Hey everybody, this is Johnny here bringing you another episode of my Vainglory gameplay. How you doing, guys? I know it's been quite some time since I uploaded a video for you guys. I do apologize because, you know, I've been busy with life and all that, and you know, work and spending time with my family and all that. Actually, playing games is not difficult. Playing and recording the games are not difficult at all. It's just the commentary that I want to add in. So I do apologize. Anyway, if suddenly you feel as though I'm surrounded in a war zone or something like that because there's sounds of helicopters around my area, I'm sorry about that because my house is actually quite near an airbase, so they are doing some drills and stuff like that. So yeah, I do apologize. Anyway, so back to this video. First of all, oh no, I was in the middle of apologizing. So sorry guys that I'm not able to come up with videos as often as I want to. I do have a whole stack of videos that I recorded already, but I've yet to add in commentary because I think it's important to actually talk through what I was thinking while I was playing the game, so that, you know, you guys out there can perhaps you know, of course, teach me something that you guys know that I don't. And also for those of you out there who are new to the game, perhaps you can learn something, I guess, something from my gameplays. I'm not exactly the best player out there, of course, but you know, at least perhaps you know, I have a bit of experience here, so perhaps I can teach you the little things that you need to know. Yeah, so here I am in this video playing jungle Skye. Now, you know, Skye over 2 patches have received a nerf in terms of her lane of her lane clearance, because usually she could just use the forward barrage and clear the hell out of those minions in lane. That was quite some patches ago, but unfortunately now, oh sorry, it wasn't the forward barrage that actually cleared the minions very well. It's actually a Sui strike. That's right, I remember that. So it's a Sui strike that could just clear out a whole wave of minions on the lane. Unfortunately, they nerfed that quite a bit, so it does almost, especially early game, it does almost nothing. So and of course, you know, forward barrage only hits the most the most what do you call that, the minion that's right in front, so it wouldn't actually do a lot to the lane minion. So now Skye is becoming more and more jungle meta. I see her a lot in the jungle, from the enemy teams, and even in tournaments as well. She's becoming a very viable jungle player, and I can see why, because there's less minions in the jungle to block her forward barrage if she does intend to engage with the enemy. So and I'm going CP because well, basically I want to do as much damage as I can on my abilities, all my abilities too. Yeah, so here we have Blackfeather in lane, which is good as well, because Blackfeather is actually quite good in lane, especially if he's topped up with a Book of Eulogies. He'll be able to sustain himself there, and yeah, and he can get all the items that he needs faster because there's much more money in lane. You know, Blackfeather, he's very reliant on that late game prowess, and he relies on the items quite a bit. So getting the items that he needs is going to help him a lot for us in the mid to late game. Okay, so anyway, we'll talk about Skye, right? So Skye is still a monster, don't get me wrong. Yes, she's received a couple of nerfs to her CP power, but don't get me wrong, the nerf is just a slight bit. She still can deal a lot of damage. However, in this game, you're going to see a very rusty version of a Skye. I used to main her for a bit in lane. Unfortunately, that's been a long time ago, because ever since she got nerfed, I kind of stopped playing her already. As you can see, we just lost a jungle fight right there with 3 of them invading us, and I could do nothing because I'm still not at that power peak just yet, although I do have 3 crystal bits there, and I'm trying to work towards my Frostbird. Yeah, so definitely the CP Skye is not as crazy as it used to be, but that's good news for all of us, because that means she is, I would say, rather balanced. She's still being seen in the tournament arena, in competitive matches. So I think she's in a very good place right now. So it's all about her skill that we are looking forward to. It's not just about how OP she is anymore. So it's all about who's handling her. And obviously, in this case, me playing her, you won't see the best version of Skye at all. So do forgive me in this video, guys. You will see some misplaced forward barrages, you will see some questionable plays. But I think overall, the main carry here will be our Blackfeather. Blackfeather being so fed in the early game thanks to the lane minions. Oh man, he's gonna be a monster later on. You will see for yourself. So this video might very well just be about a lane Blackfeather, not actually about a CP Skye in jungle. Okay, so just stay tuned, guys. This is going to be quite an interesting match. The other team is pretty good as well. They're really fierce in their gameplay too. So you're gonna hopefully see quite an exciting match. So yeah, I'm just doing, you know, the usual, just clearing the jungle. So since I have some time over here, guys, I can talk to you about some things. You know, some subscribers have been asking me a few questions about, you know, where I'm playing, what's my skill tier. Well, I am pretty good bronze right now, and I'm trying to keep it there because, like I've mentioned in previous videos before, that I think that this is the right place for me right now. I'm not confident enough to rank up just yet. I will perhaps do a few more casuals to kind of practice first before I think of ranking up. And which server I am at? I'm actually in Southeast Asia. I'm from Singapore, so I belong to the Southeast Asia server. So if you guys want to add me, yeah, by all means. If you're playing the Southeast Asia server as well, please add me. My name, you can find me in my in-game name, Johnny Be Good. It's right over there on top of my my hero. So just add me, and yeah, we can have some games together. Why not? Yeah, so moving on, back to the game over here. Now, the thing about Blackfeather in lane is that, yeah, you know, until he gets his ultimate, it's going to be really tough for him because it's going to be very hard for him to escape ganks like that. But when he does get his ultimate, man, it is annoying. Like, I've come up against Blackfeathers in lane before, and every time you want to gank them, they just they do that little rose offensive and they're gone. So here I am trying to lock down the Catherine over there. Unfortunately, once again, a new 4 barrage there, hitting nobody but the minions. I tried, I really did. Because I was thinking, oh, you know, I should have done my Sui strike to catch up with her first. I guess I just forgot how many buttons I need to press. How busy I am using Skye. That I'm just not used to her anymore. You know, with Skye, it's always about repositioning yourself, you know, doing a Sui strike to get into position, and then 4 barraging in the right direction, and then if you want to lock down the opponent, you gotta do that death from above, and you have to press either on the enemy or away from the enemy. So it's a lot of pressing going around. It's like every ability requires you to indicate a direction. It's not like, say, a Ringo or something. All you have to do is just to keep focusing on an enemy, and you're using just keep pressing your abilities. He will just do those abilities to the enemy that you have focused on already. So it's slightly different for Skye. So it's a lot of, I would say, hand-eye coordination going on. So Skye is not exactly the easiest hero to use, but if you know how to master Skye, it is utterly satisfying. I will tell you that. Okay, we are in the lane, and I'm just going up to the top brush. Just gonna see what I can do here. We're just having a little standoff here, but I do want to go in on this Catherine because she is the one who can really lock down my team, and I want to make sure she's gone as quick as possible. I dive in here with my Sui strike. I don't know if that was a good idea. I am not able to land any of my 4 barrages on the enemy because of the minions who are in my way. So that's the thing about Skye, is like her 4 barrage, though very lethal, requires a clear path from you to your intended target. And that's not always going to happen, especially in lane. Here comes the Hellfire Brew coming in for Arden, which is kind of interesting. I thought maybe it would go for either one of us, but okay. You know, here's the interesting thing, guys. If you notice that I've been targeting Catherine with my 4 barrage, and that's because even if Catherine has a Storm Guard up, she won't be able to block any of the 4 barrage. I don't know if you know that, guys. So that's very convenient, actually. So here we are. We're gonna go in for Cat. Do we go in? Yeah, I think I go in my Sui strike. I take her out, and we're so close to finishing off the Kestrel, but unfortunately we couldn't. So I'm just gonna go back to lane just to clear the lane minions for a bit. I do see Ringo over here. I try to do something to him, I think. Yep, there we go. Not doing much there, so unfortunate. Okay, so once again, if it was the previous Skye, or if it was a previous me who was so used to using Skye, I'd probably be better off there, because I'm so rusty with her. So do forgive me, guys. So as I was saying, yeah. So the fall barrage goes through the Catherine Storm Guard. So I figured that out actually right at the start of the game. I'm like, oh, okay, she has a Storm Guard up, but nothing being deflected at all. And so I just kept doing that throughout the whole game, and you will see that in a while, just so that I can really take Catherine down. She can be really annoying the longer she stays in the game, in the fights. So yeah. Oh, anyway, our Black Feather once again overextending. That seems to be a trend. I've had at least 3 games now where my Black Feather, my team's Black Feather would overextend like it's nothing. So once again, look at that forward barrage going right through Catherine right there. So that's something you take note, guys. Yeah. I left Arden to die there because that's no way we could have won that fight. I'd rather just run away rather than us both being killed and letting them have control of the jungle. So yeah, that's why I decided to run away, guys. Not strong enough, and there were 3 of them there. Kestrel, she's gonna be annoying as well, so I'm not gonna think of fighting them at all. Black Feather had to be really careful here. I went in to try to help him out. I need to lock onto an enemy first. I lock onto Kestrel. I try to block her off from joining the Black Feather so that Black Feather can concentrate on taking out Ringo. And once again, here we go for barrage on the Catherine. Catherine has I think she had a Fountain of Renewal up, so we couldn't really kill her. That's really unfortunate. Okie dokie, and I'm right here wondering, where's my Arden? My Arden taking really long to come out here. We need you as soon as possible. So, yeah, I think he kind of AFK'd for a little bit. And I'm gonna head back, because I'm just so low on energy. And yeah, I'm just trying to I'm wondering where Arden went. So this is gonna spell bad news for us, guys. We're like, oh no, Arden, please don't do this to us. I've had such bad instances of Arden leaving the game for me. Yeah, so now it's a pretty bad spot. They have both minion mines. They're putting a lot of pressure on us on the jungle, and my Arden is AFK. So not exactly AFK. Maybe he just want to do something first really quickly, and he'll be back. I hope. Yeah, I think he did come back. I think so. So yeah. So I'm starting to really get strong now. I think my abilities are starting to really come together in terms of the damage and whatnot. So I'm looking good. For me, I believe I just generally feel my Black Feather is the one to be dealing most of the damage. I'm gonna be the one who's gonna help with the CC to kind of like lock the enemies down to a certain location, making sure they don't run away, and you know, just kiting them out and stuff like that. So I'm gonna leave the main damage to the Black Feather, and our Arden decides to join us here again. I lock down the Catherine going in with the Suri Strike, and then the forward barrage. I take out the Catherine, and I'm kind of low, but I do still want to help my enemies out. They do take out the enemy Kestrel, and then they're following the Ringo. Ringo is just so low. All they have to do is just one more hit, and they do take out the Ringo. Our Black Feather is in trouble. He's still coming in for more, and I wonder why he stuck around. And I'm just gonna walk away for a bit just to make sure I can get out of the turret range, and I'll go back in to finish off the turret. So now things are looking really good for us. We have 1 turret, we have equal minion mines, and now I want to go in for the gold mine too. I was pinging to Arden to let him know to go for it, and I'm just gonna go unleash all my abilities on him. So the good thing about Skye is that she can take out abilities, take out objectives really quickly. Over here, look at this. I thought with the fall barrage, I'm definitely going to take out the minion gold mine. I don't see how they managed to steal that from me. I was dealing a forward barrage onto the gold mine, and how is it that they got it? It doesn't make sense. I should be dealing like constant damage to it. There's like no way they could time it so well to take it away from me, but it did. So that was really unfortunate. So from a very nice position, we were taking down 1 turret. Now we lost the gold mine. But okay, so that kind of evens things up. Yeah, so that was my first death of the game, and many more to come, don't worry. I'm gonna go help out our Blackfeather, who is once again really trying to overextend. But wow, what a finish on the Ringo. The last I saw, he was at least half health. And look at this. Wow, look at how strong. Look at how strong Blackfeather is. He just soloed 2 carries. And that's the thing about Blackfeather nowadays. He is strong. I mean, yeah, he's been nerfed, but man, if you don't defend against him, so here we are together with Blackfeather. We're just gonna take out that Catherine, and yeah, so we're working together here. We're working together as much as I can. He did ping me for taking his farm. I'm like, sorry, dude, I didn't mean it. I wanted to push the lane, man. And he gets taken out there. I'm like, okay, I'm out. I'm getting out of here. Arden finally manages to join us. He's been lagging a little bit. I don't know why. Taking his time to shop. I don't know exactly what he's been busy with. Whatever the case is, he's back, and I didn't know I can be seen by Ringo, so I just dropped my Death from Above on him to make sure he just stays off me right there. And I need to defend this lane. I really need to defend this lane. So I realized, okay, there must be a scout trap in here. I'm gonna go trip that. Yeah, so okay, I'm in bad health now. I need to do something about this. Otherwise, I'm gonna die. Yes, I stayed too long. This is my mistake, guys. This is absolutely my mistake. I shouldn't have. And there goes Blackfeather. What is he gonna do? He's gonna just go chop it down. Look at this. Oh, jumps right into Ringo. He finishes off the Ringo. And he's staying in there as much as he can, and he's still in there, and he kills off the Kestrel. I thought just a second ago, he was down to this little health, and it's all thanks to his ultimate and his just being so slippery in the first place. He's able to take down both carries. Oh man, this Blackfeather, man, he overextends, yes, but he is good. He is good. I give him that. So here I am trying to take out the Catherine. I'm gonna block her escape here. I'm just gonna do as much damage as I can onto her. Unfortunately, I'm getting hit a lot by her Stormguard banner, and I need to get out of here. I'm trying to do some tricks out of here. Luckily, I avoided that snipe there. So, woo, that's really lucky for me. And my Blackfeather goes in to finish off the job. Nicely done. And I'm gonna go beam back myself. Arden wants to give me a Vanguard for some strange reason. Okay, so thanks. And I'm just gonna recuperate here before I join in. Okay, so that was pretty close. I almost got that Catherine. Actually, if you looked at my timer just now, I had like 1 second or 2 seconds left on each of my abilities. If I could just have them up a bit quicker, I could have blocked her escape right there, and I would have finished up the Catherine. That was really unfortunate. So, yeah. And it's also all part of the nerf on Skye. So the previous Skye would have finished that no problem. Okay, so I'm gonna come in here to try to help out a bit. Going in my Sui strike, I finish off the Kestrel. However, our Arden is really low. He takes the hit, and Catherine wants a piece of me. I'm just gonna try to move away and cut in towards the Ringo to try to bring him down to really low so that the Blackfeather can finish him off. Unfortunately, he decides to turn around, and that was a bit of a mistake there. Oh yeah, so unfortunate there, really unfortunate. I thought we could finish the Ringo there. So now both Ringo and Catherine are up, and they have got the ace buff, and they're definitely gonna push some objectives. It is Kraken time. I think they probably did go for the Kraken. Yeah, I'm looking to probably just maybe infuse here, just so that we know that, because we're gonna take on the Kraken. And yeah, so as you can see, guys, Blackfeather is really the one doing all the damage, and I'm just gonna try to help out in terms of locking down the enemies and stuff like that. So he says he doesn't want us to take the farm, so okay, I'm just gonna go back and I'm gonna get something else. I'm gonna get myself an infusion, because we know we're gonna fight very soon. So I told Arden not to go for it. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna let Blackfeather take all this farm. I must say, Blackfeather's clearance is really strong. Yeah, so here we are. We see that the enemies are not with us just yet. We're gonna just go kite out this Kraken, deal as much damage as possible. But here they come. So the moment they come near the turret, I'm just gonna put down my ultimate just to block them up for a few seconds. While we can do lots and lots of damage to the Kraken. Already half-life there, so that's pretty good for us. However, the enemies are coming down really quickly on us. And here we go, kiting again. Arden is gonna take the hit for us. And I'm just gonna go Suri Strike in just to make sure they stay off us a little bit. And we do take down the Kraken before they take out the another turret. However, I'm in a really bad position now. I need to kite away from these guys. And I managed to, I think. Yeah, I do get out of the area there. So, okay, so I'm just gonna go back to base. And I'm just gonna get some HP left. And, woo, that was a close call. I'm trying to get my Eve of Harvest here. It's gonna help me sustain myself in battles a bit more. But I don't see an opportunity to. I'm gonna save my gold for that. And so I'm just gonna go out and just, I don't know, take the farm. I think Blackfeather wouldn't mind. He doesn't want me to take it again. Does he? I think he pinged me not to, but oh well, sorry, I didn't realize. But I need the money too, guys. So I'm just gonna go get that minion mine, make sure that our wave remains balanced. I don't want it to push too much into our base. Yeah, so that's that. Man, it's taking so long for me to clear farm in the jungle. Yeah, so that's the thing about CP Skye, guys. Clearing the jungle could be a little bit of a hassle. So do take note of that. Make sure you get your support to do as much damage to the minion. I mean, to the minion as much as possible before you take it. All right, so we're gonna go assemble at the middle of the jungle. Just gonna see where they are. We spot them at the shop. So they go in, so we say, okay, oh, he got stunned in the middle of his gauntlet, which is really unfortunate. I'm going to go down with my ultimate just to block off Catherine again. I go in with my forward barrage onto Catherine, even though, as you can see, even though she has a storm guard up, I'm just dealing tons of damage to the Catherine. And I'm going to go in with more and more and more damage. Our Blackfeather does finish them off. And here we go, we finish off the Catherine. Now both of us against Ringo. And I'm going to lock down Ringo to prevent him from going any further. And we finish him off, we get the ace. Nicely done right there. And I'm gonna go back to the other side to clear the minions there, so that we can push. And he's gonna go take on the other the minion mine, so that our lane can be pushed further up as well. So this is a bit of like a teamwork here. He's gonna go that, I'm gonna go do this. So you know, because after all, we need to split the job. Our lane is just too far back right now in order for us to capture any objectives. However, the good thing is the timer is on our side a little bit. So we don't have to worry too much about it. And we want to go in on this quickly. Yeah, so I'm just going to put down my damage onto the turret. And we get out of there. Yeah, because they're already up. So, we get one. That's good. At least, you know, that ace wasn't for nothing. You know, because we always want to follow up an ace with you know, an objective. Alright, so here I am. I'm going to get an Aegis. This is for me to protect myself from either the Catherine silences. Because the worst thing about Skye is not having her abilities. Because that's what makes Skye a Skye. Especially for CP. Because you need your mobility, you need your 4 barrages, you need that depth from above. And if you're going to be silenced for 3.5 seconds, it's not going to be pretty at all. So I need to protect myself against that Catherine silence there. And also maybe the Kestrel, perhaps. Oh, here we go. We go in and he gets stunned, and we do have a gauntlet with us. So I go in for the Kestrel, who is blocking some of my damage. I try to keep on going, giving her the damage right there. As you can see right here, I'm going to follow her, but she does a lot of damage to me, and she takes me out simultaneously as I killed her as well. So that was really unfortunate. However, I think our Blackfeather is able to pick up the rest of the job. We just finished off the Catherine right over there. Shouldn't be a problem. And we're going to take down the turret. And I think this is for game, guys. This is... Yeah, if I'm not wrong, this is for game, because I had 37 seconds on my timer. I don't think I'm able to join back this battle anymore. Yeah, and so definitely game. So there you go, guys. This is the game for me. We had less kills than the other team, but Blackfeather carrying like crazy with a total of 13 kills. Good job to him. I think my role, like I said here, was really just to help him out a lot, to just make sure that, you know, we lock down the enemy. Together with Arden, we had great synergy in terms of locking down the enemy, making sure they don't go too far. Yeah, so I enjoyed this game. I would say CP Skye is very viable. In fact, I would recommend CP Skye over CP Skye. I would recommend a jungle Skye over a lane Skye anytime, because now in terms of lane play, she's not as good as she used to be. So definitely a jungler, definitely. So go ahead and try her out for yourself if you haven't already. This is the build that I would do. I would recommend, but of course, some other people might have different idea about it. But usually this would be the best build for her right now, I think. And look at that Blackfeather. Wow, 13 kills. But of course he did die a lot of times too. 9 deaths. He did die a lot of times, but he did a lot for our team as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the game, and with that, I'm signing off, and hopefully I'll come back with another video very soon. Thanks guys, thanks for watching, and have fun playing the game.